When is baby? Baby is December. Eat pickles. Dude, I love pickles. You don't have to tell me twice. I mean, just the last 2 months of pregnancy are pretty uncomfortable no matter who you are. Like, just there's a whole lot of stuff going on down there, and baby gets so big, baby shoves your organs in all different directions. It's a lot. It's green tea with ginger and lemon. We found out really early. We did genetic testing, so we found out that he is a boy 9 weeks, at 10 weeks, something like that. Really, really early. So the monitors so instead of like most monitors are horizontal, I turned mine, so mine's a vertical monitor on this side. No, my big hydro flask is because I need to drink like a stupid amount of water. Pregnant, a lot of water. And I like drinking water. I've always been a big water drinker. Staying hydrated is super important when you have a job where you sit in a desk chair for most of the day. And I hate because I drink water fast too. So like getting up to go refill all the time is kind of obnoxious to me. So I just bought like the biggest water bottle I could find. And dude, hydro flasks are dope because you can put ice in it and the ice stays in your hydro flask for like 2 or 3 days. It's nice. I keep a giant 64 ounce of boiling hot tea. What? They make things that hold boiling water that are 64 ounces? It's a really big kettle, dude. I look very Canadian. Well, I do live in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm kind of close to Canada, We got a similar style going on. Because it's cold and rainy. I lived in California before meeting Bren. I lived in San Francisco. Just got a laptop. Any recommended PC games? I mean, it depends on what you like playing, Goofy. Do you want a single player experience? Do you want a multiplayer shooter experience? Do you want a puzzler? Do you want an RPG? Do you want an RTS? Favorite podcast? The last podcast I got really, really into was My Favorite Murder. I love true crime stuff, and I think they're the two female comedians that run that podcast are really funny. Yeah, Dill Kill. That was one of the don't get me wrong. I would never trade living my time in San Francisco for anything. I absolutely adored it. I loved living in San Francisco. But holy moly, it was so expensive. I was living in a 2-bedroom apartment that we converted into a 4-bedroom apartment with 5 other people, and I was still paying $2,300 a month for my bedroom. Yeah, I was living in the Marina, which is a very expensive part of San Francisco, but being a female living on my own at the time, it was definitely like the safest neighborhood. It felt like a little suburban neighborhood in a big city. Like I was totally comfortable like walking out of my apartment and down the street and going shopping and going to restaurants and meeting my friends for drinks and stuff like that. Oh, I miss San Francisco. It was such good memories. I miss that so much. I miss just being able to like walk down the street and have my favorite like cocktail bar right there and my favorite restaurant across the street and my favorite bookstore 2 blocks down and a cute little boutique to buy like an outfit for the weekend. Like such a good time in my 20s, Now I'm old as shit and I'm about to have a baby. You pay $200 each for... I thought Norway was really expensive. Isn't Norway really I thought it was really expensive. Maybe it's Sweden I'm thinking about. There's no difference. At this point, when you're like in your late 20s, I feel like most people kind of have their stuff figured out. You're pretty like secure in who you are for the most part, and 30 just kind of solidifies that. I had a lot of fun in my early 20s, but me as a person individually, I am so much happier in my 30s, like with who I am and where I am in life and everything like that. I don't know. Like, I've read a couple articles about seeing a chiropractor while pregnant. And because most chiropractic stuff, you're like on your stomach, other than like adjusting your neck, like when you're adjusting your back and stuff, you lay on your stomach. It's really, I think, super difficult to see a chiropractor when your tummy's so big, you know? They say acid reflux means your kid will have a lot of hair. Oh. I don't think that's going to happen. Brennan and I both did not have very much hair when we were babies. So, I mean, I really don't have back problems right now. Like, my back feels good. It's just like my stomach that feels really tight and stretched out and just uncomfortable the heavier he gets. I don't know. We've talked about between baby 1 and 2 Doom Master. We're in no rush. Brennan and I are not religious and we're not traditionalists. And we had talked about getting married this year, but we instead decided to custom build our dream home instead of paying for a wedding. And I'm really glad we did. It was like the universe, the stars aligned, because if we had planned a wedding this year, well, COVID said, nah, man, that ain't happening. So it worked out. Now we just moved into our dream house in August and we're slowly furnishing it and making it absolutely beautiful. So, you know, that was where we decided to invest our money in that instead. Because guess what? Weddings are really expensive. So are rings, and so are honeymoons and all the stuff that goes with that. It's a lot of dollary dues. And then they put a mask on your baby when it pops out. I don't think that's true. I have not read anything about that, and my OBGYN has not mentioned anything about that. I mean, but that's the thing, Angel. Masks don't inhibit your oxygen intake, so it's just more like of a heat thing for me. Is like, you're gonna be so hot, you're gonna be sweating, pushing out this baby, you know. Alligator, that's on my list of questions to ask my OBG for my next appointment. I'm gonna ask if I can wear a face shield instead of a face mask and see if that works, because I feel like that would be a nicer alternative for me, but we'll see. I love that you talk about your pregnancy. I'm 23 weeks and so ready to meet baby girl. 23 weeks. Oh gosh, I wish I was still 23 weeks. Like, I remember being at 23 weeks and being like, wow, I'm so pregnant. And now that I'm 34 weeks, I had no idea what I was talking about. Enjoy your second trimester. Oh, mwah. Second trimester was golden. First was a little tough. Third is much harder. Third is the hardest so far. We have this like really big, like theater style couch in our bonus room. And I almost started crying yesterday because I literally could not get off of it. I couldn't like pull myself up into a position where I could comfortably get off the couch, and that was like sad for me. How is that RIP gaming career? If anything, streaming is like the best career choice for new parents, because I set my schedule, set my hours, and I can stream when baby's napping. I can stream when baby's sleeping. I can work when I need to work, you know? I feel very fortunate to have this job. Have people been mad at you keeping your name a secret? No. Who would dare get mad at something like that? Oh, I mean, okay. I didn't read your second sentence. We told our family, like Sholden or S. Holden. Our friends and family know the name, but we just haven't announced it to the internet. What am I most excited about? Having a little human. Having a little human that's half me and half, you know, the person who I love most in this world. And we made a baby, and that baby is half of us. And he's going to have his own little laugh and his own little personality. And he's going to just be such a cool little dude. He's going to be my like best friend. I'm really excited about that. None of my clothes fit anymore. That's also really awkward. I like, but like clothes that you would think would still fit. Like it got really cold where I live in like the last few days, and so I went to go get my like very Pacific Northwest uniform, and I brought out my like Columbia jacket, my big puffer coat, and I can't zip it up. Sad. So I went to Target today and I bought like a big oversized full length puffer jacket, and I'm really excited about it. My favorite NFL team, 49ers. I'm a Bay Area sports fan, born and raised. He is a kicker, like more than anything I could have ever expected. He kicks so much. He's constantly moving. He gets the hiccups a lot, so that's really weird. Because it's like this very subtle, small, like feeling that's consistent. So it's like boop, 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 and he's got the hiccups. It's really cute. I mean, Bronan and I just don't play the same games anymore. I've invited him to come play Destiny with us a couple times, but I just don't think he's like invested in it, you know? I have like 8 pillows, dude. I have a full-size maternity pillow. I have the wedge. I have another little pillow for my belly. I got the whole 9. 4-3 with 97.5% of the roster injured. Your favorite team could never. Bro, we beat the Pats, bae. And the Rams. With 9 of our starters injured. Like, what is that? I feel like if we had a healthy team this year, we would have been unstoppable.